Tashlink 1.11 Meaning and Definition of HRM. First, what is the meaning of meaning and definition? Meaning equals what is the simple explanation of the concept, like in everyday words. Definition equals exact words given by experts or authors. We try to keep it simple but close to original. Now let's start explanation of human resource management, HRM. 1. People are the heart of any organization. An organization is nothing without people. People make the machines work, handle the money, and use materials. Without people, no organization can run. Example, imagine a bank like SBI without any staff, no one to open accounts, approve loans, handle customers. Will it survive? No. That's why people is lifeline. 2. Human resource is the most important resource. Among all resources, money, material, men, machine, humans are most precious. Because machines, money, materials will reduce in value over time, depreciate, but humans can grow if trained properly. Example, a young employee joins as clerk in a bank. After training and experience, he becomes bank manager. Growth. 3. What is human resource? Human resources are the groups of people who offer their skills, knowledge, and efforts to help an organization succeed. Simple way to remember, employees human resource equals organization's power battery. Expert definition by Michael J. Gius. Simple version. Human resources are a combination of body, mind, emotions, and ethics working together. Meaning, people are not just machines. They think, feel, behave socially, and act morally. 5. Why humans are central to success. Dynamic people, full of energy and ideas, make organizations dynamic and successful. Only efficient workers can turn the dreams of the organization into reality. Example, a bank dreams of launching a new loan scheme. Only a hardworking bank officer can make it successful by explaining it well to customers. 6. HRM's role in modern organizations. Train employees, motivate them, support them, so that they perform their best and help the company grow. If an organization wants to win, it must energize and support its people. 7. What is human resource management, HRM? Simple meaning, HRM equals managing people smartly to achieve company and individual goals. In other words, hiring right people, giving training, motivating them, helping them grow, and keeping them satisfied at work. Previous name of HRM was personnel management. Earlier it was called personnel management, now we call it human resource management, because now people are treated like valuable assets, not just workers. 9. Purpose of HRM. Bridge the gap between people and organization. Help people give their best performance. Support the organization's growth by developing talent. 10. Definitions by experts. In Vancevich and Gluck definition, HRM is using people in the best way to achieve the goals of individuals and the organization. Simple meaning, make the best use of employees to achieve success for both employee and company. Edwin B. Flippo definition. HRM is planning, organizing, directing, controlling activities related to hiring, training, paying salary, keeping employees happy, and even when they leave. Simple meaning, HRM handles everything from hiring to retiring. Milkovich and Boudreau definition. HRM is a series of decisions that create a strong bond between employee and company, helping both to succeed. Simple meaning, good decisions about employees, good company, happy employees. Summary, key point, quick meaning, emoji tip. People equal heart of organization. Without people, no work is possible. Human resource equals most valuable. Humans grow better with time. HRM equals managing people, hirings, training, motivating, purpose of HRM, bridge between employee and company. Old name, personnel management. Important for success, dynamic people make dynamic companies. How this helps you in bank manager, group discussions, and career. Bank interviews, they often ask, what is human resource? You can now answer smartly with examples. Group discussions, you can give strong points on importance of HRM in banks. Banking sector depends heavily on skilled employees. Real work. As a bank officer or manager, you will handle teams. You must know how to motivate and develop people under you. PO exams. Questions on basics of management or business awareness can include HRM topics. You are on the right path. Keep going like this. Let's begin step by step. NASH 1.1.2 HRM objectives. First, what does objectives mean? Objectives, goals, or targets which human resource management HRM wants to achieve, like what HRM is trying to do every day in the organization. Now, let's understand HRM objectives in simple words. 1. To help achieve organization's goals. Meaning, HRM helps employees work properly to achieve the goals of the organization. If HRM fails to do this, the whole organization will suffer. Example. Imagine if a bank wants to increase customer accounts. HRM must hire good staff, train them, motivate them to meet targets. 2. To support employees' personal growth. Meaning, HRM also helps employees to grow in their personal career, like learning new skills, getting promotions. Example, a bank clerk is given training to become officer. Happy employees, strong organization. 3. To use employees' skills properly. Meaning, HRM assigns the right person to the right job according to their skills. It brings best results for the company. Example, if someone is good in talking with customers, HRM places them in customer service desk in the bank. To hire efficient employees. Meaning, HRM works to bring talented people into the company and keeps them motivated with rewards, bonus, promotions. Example, a bank conducts exams plus interviews to select smart officers like SBIPO, IBPSPO. 5. To increase job satisfaction. Meaning, HRM plans welfare programs like health camps, bonus flexible working hours to make employees happy. Example, banks offer housing loan at lesser rates to staff, makes employees loyal. 6. To improve quality of work life. Meaning, HRM creates a good workplace, clean, friendly, supportive, where people love working. Example, banks celebrating festivals together. Team bonding improves. 7. To update employees about company rules and feedback. Meaning, HRM keeps informing employees about company's latest policies, customer feedback, and management opinions. Example, HR team of a bank arranges monthly meetings to share new updates or targets. 8. To fulfill social responsibility. Meaning, HRM ensures the company behaves ethically and gives back to society, like doing charity, planting trees, etc. Example, banks running financial literacy camps in rural areas. 9. To maintain discipline among employees. Meaning, HRM ensures that employees are disciplined, punctual, respectful, by rewarding good behavior and correcting bad behavior. A bank awards Best Employee of the Month and warns people who come late often. To increase organizations' productivity. Meaning, HRM plans training, motivation, rewards to help employees work better, smarter, and faster. Example, more accounts opened per branch, more productivity for the bank. 1. To focus on quality performance. Meaning, HRM ensures that the right person is doing the right job to maintain high-quality work. Example, experienced loan officers handle complex loan approvals in banks. 1. To build harmony at workplace. Meaning, HRM works to create teamwork, understanding, and friendly culture between employees and management. Example, banks encourage team lunches or off-site meetings to improve bonding. 3. To create a respectful environment. Meaning, HRM ensures that every employee is treated with dignity, trust, and fairness. Example, banks have grievance redressal systems where employees can complain safely if treated unfairly. Summary. Objective quick meaning. Emoji tip. Achieve organizational goals. Help employees meet company targets. Support personal growth. Help employees succeed in career. Use skills properly. Right person, right job. Hire efficient employees. Bring talented workers. Increase job satisfaction. Make employees happy. Improve work life. Better working conditions. Update employees. Communicate policies, feedback. fulfill social responsibility, help society, maintain discipline, promote good behavior, increase productivity, make company work faster and better, focus on quality, maintain best standards, build harmony, promote teamwork, create respectful environment, treat everyone with dignity. How this helps you in BEO, manager roles, GDPI. Bank PO interviews. Questions like why HRM is important in banks, you can now answer easily. Group discussions. If GD topic comes like employee satisfaction in banks, you will give strong points. Real work. As bank manager, you must motivate your team, keep discipline, handle recruitment, improve productivity. Exactly what HRM teaches. You are learning like a future manager. Great going! Easy and interesting way. 1.1.3 Nature of HRM. First, what is meant by nature of HRM? Nature means the special features or important qualities of HRM. What HRM is like, how it behaves in organizations. Just like human nature, how a person thinks, talks, acts. Similarly, HRM also has its own behavior. Now, let's understand the nature of HRM in very simple language. 1. Universal in nature. Meaning, HRM is needed in every type of organization, whether it is a bank, hospital, college, government office, or private company. It is useful in all departments like marketing, finance, production, etc. Example, in a bank, HRM manages employees in loans, accounts, customer service, everywhere. Hap 2, action-oriented, meaning HRM focuses on doing actions to solve employee problems, not just making boring reports or rules. Example, if employees are unhappy, HRM arranges a meeting and solves it immediately instead of just writing policies. Hash 3, focused on people dimension, meaning HRM's main focus is people, to develop their skills, motivate them, and match their abilities to the right job. Example, if a bank officer is good in sales, HRM will encourage him to join sales targets team. Chant this thing. Growth-oriented, meaning HRM helps employees grow by offering training, job rotation, changing departments, and rewards, bonuses, promotions. Example, bank employees are trained for digital banking skills to prepare for future banking needs. 5. Cordial integration, meaning HRM tries to build friendly and harmonious relations among employees and management. Example, banks organize employee recognition days to make employees feel valued and connected. 6. Challenging function, meaning managing people is difficult because every human is different and emotional. HRM must handle people carefully without hurting their feelings. Example, if an employee is performing poorly, HRM must guide and motivate, not insult. Supplementary service, meaning HRM supports other departments by giving advice on how to manage their team members better. Example, HR advises bank branch managers how to deal with staff promotions and transfers properly. 8. Multidisciplinary function, meaning HRM uses knowledge from different subjects like psychology, mindset, sociology, group behavior, economics, wages, anthropology, culture. Example, understanding why employees from different regions behave differently. HRM takes ideas from sociology. 9. Ongoing process, meaning HRM is a never-ending activity. Managing people happens every day, every minute, in every department. Example, every day, bank managers supervise staff attendance, solve team issues. HRM is happening continuously. Quick summary table. Point, quick meaning emoji tip, universal in nature, needed in every organization. Action-oriented, focus on action, not only rules. Focused on people. Develop and motivate employees, waha. Growth-oriented, training, rewards, promotions. Cordial integration, build friendly relations. Challenging function, handling humans is tough. Supplementary service, support to other managers. Multidisciplinary, uses different subjects. Ongoing process, happens every day. Attack, how this helps you in bank PO. Manager roles, GDPI. They may ask, what is the nature of HRM? You can now explain with points and examples. Topics like HRM role in banking sector. You can mention how HRM is ongoing, multidisciplinary, action-oriented. Real work as bank officer manager. As a manager, you must build teamwork, support growth, manage challenges. All HRM nature points will come in real life. You are becoming ready for MBA exams, bank PO exams, and future leadership roles. Keep going like this. Point 1.4 Scope of H first. What is meant by scope of HRM? Scope means how wide and where all HRM activities are done. Like a teacher's scope includes teaching, checking homework, guiding students, etc. Similarly, HRM scope covers different activities related to employees. Now, let's understand scope of HRM in a simple way. 1. Procurement. Meaning, procurement means finding the right people for the job, hiring them and placing them properly in the organization. Main steps: recruitment, selection, induction, welcome, and settle into job. Example: in a bank, HR will recruit candidates for clerk post, select the best ones after exams, and induct them by giving joining training. Training and development. Meaning, helping employees to learn new skills and grow so they can work better in real situations. Employees are encouraged to join meetings, committees to improve decision making. Example: a new bank PO gets training on handling customer complaints and development training on leadership skills. 3. Job analysis and job description. Meaning, job analysis equal finding out what a job needs, skills, duties. Job description, writing down the details of the job clearly. Also used to decide salaries. Example: for loan officer position, HR studies tasks, prepares job description, mentions skills like credit analysis, communication, etc. 4. Compensation rewards. Meaning, giving salary, bonus, and rewards to employees for their work. Decided by job analysis and job evaluation. Checking job's value. Includes wage fixing, bonus plans, appraisals. Example: bank officers get performance bonuses for achieving their loan targets. 5. Employee records. Meaning, keeping detailed records about each employee like training completed, performance reports, payment history, achievements. Example: bank HR maintains files of officers showing training certificates, promotions, awards, etc. 6. Welfare. Meaning, taking care of employees' health, safety, comfort, and happiness at work. Includes health programs, clean toilets, canteens, security, education programs. Example: banks offer medical insurance to employees and their families as part of welfare. 7. Industrial relations. Meaning, maintaining peaceful and friendly relations between employees and management. Includes collective bargaining, negotiation with union, workers' participation in decisions, dispute settlement, and grievance handling. Example: if bank staff goes on strike, HRM discusses with union to solve issues peacefully and continue services. Quick summary table. Area, simple meaning emoji tip. Procurement, hiring people. Training and development, skill building. Job analysis and description, studying and writing job details. Compensation, rewards, salary and incentives. Employee records, keeping work info. Welfare, health and comfort. Industrial relations. Peaceful employee relations. How this helps you in bank PO, manager roles, GDPI. Bank PO interviews, they might ask, explain scope of HRM. Now you can easily answer with 7 clear points and examples. Group discussions. Topics like importance of HRM in banks. You can say how HRM covers everything: hiring, training, salary, welfare. Real work as bank officer manager. When you become a bank manager, you will manage staff, handling recruitment, employee welfare, salaries, solving disputes. All scope points will happen practically. You are learning like a real future banker and leader. Keep it up. You are 1.5 HRM functions. First, what is meant by functions of HRM? Functions simply mean the different duties and activities that HRM has to perform to manage employees properly. Like, a bank officer has functions like handling customers, approving loans, maintaining reports. HRM functions are divided into two types. One, managerial functions. These are general management tasks like planning, organizing, directing, etc. Two, operational functions. These are specific HR activities like recruitment, training, salary management, etc. Operational functions we will learn separately after this. Now focus on managerial first. Hack 1.1.5.1 Managerial Functions of HRM. These are basic managing activities done by HR people. 1. Planning. Planning means thinking in advance. What we have to do, when, and how. It helps in setting goals and preparing for the future. In HRM, planning includes human resource planning, HRP, recruitment planning, selection planning, training and development planning. Example, in a bank, HR plans. How many new clerks and officers are needed next year? When should we conduct training programs? Key tip, without planning, chaos happens. 2. Organizing. Organizing means arranging people and resources properly so that everyone works together towards a goal. In HRM, HR ensures that employees are placed in right departments, communication channels are set, work roles are clearly distributed. Example, in a bank, HR organizes teams like loans team, customer service team, audit team. Each team knows who does what. Key tip, good organizing, smooth working. Directing. Directing means giving instructions, motivating employees, and guiding them to complete tasks correctly. In HRM, HR motivates employees, improves communication, solves their problems, and maintains discipline. Example, a branch manager in a bank tells staff, focus on selling home loans this month, gives motivational talks when targets are tough. Key tip, directing gives energy to people to perform. 4. Coordinating. Coordinating means making sure different people and departments work together smoothly like a team. In HRM, coordination is needed between recruitment team, training team, payroll team. All must work in sync to achieve HR goals. Example, in a bank, when new employees are hired, recruitment team hires them, training team gives training, payroll team sets up their salaries. All should coordinate well. Key tip, without coordination, confusion happens. 5. Controlling. Controlling means checking whether the plans are working and correcting if things are going wrong. In HRM, HR checks, are training programs effective? Is employee turnover high? Is morale low? HR uses audits, surveys, performance records to control activities. Example, in a bank, if many employees are leaving, HR conducts a survey to find reasons, improves work environment. Key tip, controlling equals making sure everything is on track. Quick summary table. Function, simple meaning, emoji tip, planning, thinking ahead, organizing, arranging people and work, directing, guiding and motivating, coordinating, making teams work together, controlling, checking and correcting. How this helps you in BankPo, manager roles, GDPI. They may ask, what are managerial functions of HRM? You can easily list with examples like in a bank situation. Group discussions. In GD, if topic is importance of good management in banks, you can say planning, organizing, directing, coordinating, controlling are critical for smooth banking operations. Real work as bank officer manager. When you become a manager, you will actually plan, branch targets, organize team, direct staff, coordinate departments, control performances daily. So, you are not just learning for exams, you are learning for your future leadership career. Full summary. Functions of HRM are the various duties to manage people. Managerial functions equals planning, organizing, directing, coordinating, controlling. Every good manager must master these to succeed, especially in banking sector. Knowing these will help you in MBA exams, bank PO selection, group discussions, interviews, and real management roles later. You are studying like a real future officer. Keep this focus. If you want, I can also create a small memory trick or one-page review. 1.5.2 Operational Functions of HRM. First, what does operational functions mean? Operational functions. Special day-to-day activities that the HR department must do to manage employees from joining till they leave. Like in a bank, HR works from hiring new officers, giving them salaries, training them, solving their problems, till they retire. Now let's learn each operational function in detail. Number 1, employment. Meaning, employment is about finding, hiring, and placing the right people in the right jobs. Activities involved: job analysis, studying what the job needs, skills, duties; manpower planning, deciding how many people are needed; recruitment, announcing vacancies and inviting applications; selection, choosing the best candidates; induction, introducing new employees to the company; placement, putting them in suitable departments. Example, in a bank, when new vacancies for probationary officers (PO) come, HR does recruitment exams, interviews, then selects candidates and posts them into different branches. Key tip: hiring the right people equals foundation for success. #2 Human Resource Development. Meaning, HRD means improving employees' knowledge, skills, attitudes, and creativity to meet present and future job needs. Activities involved: performance appraisal, checking how well employees are working; training and development, giving them training for better performance; career planning and development, helping employees plan their career growth. Example, in a bank, when new officers join, they go through a 1-month intense training at a training center, learning about banking rules, customer service, loans, etc. Key tip: training equals growth for both employee and company. 3. Compensation. Meaning, compensation is about giving fair and attractive salaries, bonuses, and benefits to motivate employees. Activities involved: job evaluation, deciding the value of a job to set salary; wage and salary administration, managing salaries properly; employee benefits, giving extra benefits like health insurance, retirement plans, etc. Bonuses and incentives, giving rewards for good performance. Example, in a bank, POs get not just salary but also benefits like medical insurance, loan facilities at lower rates, bonuses during festivals, etc. Key tip: good pay, happy and loyal employees. 4. Human relations. Meaning, human relations is a building a positive relationship between employees and the organization. Activities involved: grievance handling, solving employees' complaints quickly; disciplinary action, taking action if someone breaks rules; employee counseling, helping employees deal with stress, frustration, etc. Example, if a bank employee is stressed due to too much workload, HR arranges counseling sessions or reduces workload after discussions. Key tip: good relations, teamwork, and peaceful work environment. Josh, quick summary table. Function, simple meaning emoji tip. Employment, hiring right people. Human resource development, improving skills. Compensation, fair salaries and benefits. Human relations, positive workplace relations. How this helps you in bank BO, manager roles, bank PO interviews. They may ask, explain operational functions of HRM. You can answer neatly with examples from banking jobs. Group discussions. If GD topic is employee satisfaction leads to growth, you can talk about compensation and human relations functions. Real work as bank officer manager. When you become an assistant manager, you will directly deal with staff hiring, staff trainings, staff salaries, solving staff problems. Mastering these operational functions equals managing employees smoothly in your future branch. Full short summary. Operational functions, special regular HR activities for managing employees' journey from joining to exit. Includes employment, HR development, compensation, and human relations. Very important for smooth working of any organization, especially banks. helps you crack MBA exams, bank PO interviews, GD rounds, and later grow as a bank manager. You are becoming stronger topic by topic. If you want, hashtag 1.1.6 Models of HRM. First, what does models of HRM mean? Model means a simple framework or design that shows how HRM activities should happen in an organization. In short, models of HRM equals different ways or methods of managing employees better. Why models are needed? Models guide HR managers in doing things correctly, like hiring, training, paying salaries, motivating staff, etc. Models help to match employees' goals with companies' goals. Helps HR to plan strategically instead of working randomly. Just like in banks, there are clear guidelines for hiring, training, appraisals, promotions. One pass. Main HRM models covered here. You will study 5 important models: von Brumbrun model, Harvard model, Guest model, Warwick model, Story model. Today's focus is on Tichy and Devanna model. 1.16.1 von Brun, Tichy, and Devanna model. Shash, who developed it? Developed by von Brun, Tichy, and Devanna in 1984. It was the first HRM model ever created. What is this model about? This model says that HR activities are interconnected, like a cycle, not separate things. Means every HR activity depends on another, and they all should work together properly. Main goal: improve organization's performance. Main 4 activities of this model. 1. Selection. Choosing the right people for the right jobs. Example, like bank PO recruitment exam and interview process. SHAR 2. Human Resource Development, HRD. Training employees to improve knowledge, skills, attitude. Example, after joining a bank, officers go for training at staff training colleges. NOC 3. Performance appraisal. Measuring and evaluating how well employees are doing their work. Example, in banks, performance appraisals decide promotions and bonuses. Rewards, giving salaries, bonuses, incentives for good work. Example, after good performance, banks give annual bonuses and incentives to staff. Features of von Brun model. Simple structure. It is easy to understand. 4 activities connected in a cycle. Focus on performance. Ultimate aim is make organization perform better. Internal HR policies important. Focus on internal policies matching business strategy. Shortcomings, limitations. Too rigid, only focuses on 4 activities, ignores other important things like employee emotions, external factors, etc. Ignores different stakeholders. Doesn't consider interests of employees, customers, society, only focuses on organizational performance. Visual memory tip, easy to remember. Think like a cycle wheel. Selection, hiring, HR development, training, performance appraisal, rewards, salary, bonus. And then again for new people, the cycle continues. Quick real-life bank example. Imagine SBI, State Bank of India, selection, SBI PO recruitment exam, HRD, training of new POs and staff training centers, appraisal, annual performance review of branch officers, rewards, salary hike, promotion to assistant manager based on good performance. So, even banks unknowingly follow von Brun model principles. Quick summary table. Feature, description, emoji, developed by von Brun, Tichy, Devanna. Year 1984, focus, improve org performance. Activities, selection, HRD, appraisal, rewards. Limitation, ignores external factors and emotions. How it helps in bank PO, manager role, GDPI? In bank PO interview, if they ask, what is HRM cycle? You can explain von Brun model easily with bank example. In group discussions, if the topic is about performance-linked promotions, you can use von Brun model to impress panelists. In workplace as assistant manager, you will see these 4 activities happening daily. You'll handle recruitment, training, staff appraisals, and giving rewards too. Mastering HR models, handling your bank staff team better in future. Full short summary. Von Brun model is the first HRM model focusing on 4 linked activities. Selection, HRD, appraisal, rewards. Aim is to boost organization's performance. Simple cycle, but misses emotional and external factors. Very useful understanding for MBA exams, bank PO interviews, 6.2 Harvard model of HRM. First, what is Harvard model? A model in simple words means a plan or a method to manage employees better. Harvard model shows that HRM is not just internal work, but it is affected by many outside factors and interests of many groups, like employees, government, unions, etc. So HRM is not only about managing people, it's about balancing everyone's interests. Tashed, who developed it? Developed by Professor Michael Beer and team at Harvard University in 1984. Key meaning before we start: stakeholder interests. Different groups like employees, unions, community who care about the company. Situational factors. Outside things like society rules, job market, etc., which affect HRM. Policy choices. HR decisions like promotions, salary, training. HR outcomes. Results from HR activities like employee loyalty, skills. Long-term consequences. Benefits for individuals, companies, and society. Feedback loop. Everything is connected and keeps influencing each other in a cycle. Nash, 6 main elements of Harvard model. Counter 1, stakeholder interests. Meaning, different groups have different expectations from a company. Who are stakeholders? Shareholders, owners of the company, management, bosses, leaders, employee groups, workers, government, community, society, unions, employee organizations. Why important? Managers must balance all their interests, not just think of owners. Harvard model accepts everyone's voice matters. This is called a pluralist view. Example, in a bank, management can't just aim for profit. They must keep customers, staff, RBI rules, unions happy too. 2. Situational factors. Meaning, outside factors that influence HR decisions. Situational factors include workforce characteristics, skills, education, age, business strategy and conditions, companies' plans, management philosophy, how managers think, labor market, availability of workers, unions, strength of employee groups, task technology, tools, machines used, laws and societal values, rules and people's expectations. Example, if banking technology like mobile banking increases, then banks must train staff in new tech. 3. HRM policy choices. Meaning, choices managers make for managing people. HRM policy choices are employee influence, giving employees a say, human resource flow, hiring, promotion, firing, reward systems, salary, bonus, benefits, work systems, ways of working. Example, a bank may decide we will promote employees only based on customer service score. 4. HR outcomes. Meaning, what happens as a result of HR policies? Outcomes expected: commitment, loyalty to company, competence, skills and knowledge, congruence, alignment between employee goals and company goals, cost effectiveness, better results at lower cost. Example, if an SBI officer is well trained, loyal, and efficient, bank's performance improves. Harvard model supports McGregor's theory why, believes employees naturally want to work hard if given the right environment. 5. Long-term consequences. Meaning, big results in future. 3 levels. Individual level, employee feels satisfied and motivated. Organizational level, company survives and grows. Societal level, more employment, growth, better economy. Example, when banks train and grow their staff, employees feel happy, bank profits rise, society gets better services. NASHA 6, feedback loop, meaning, not a one-way process, outcomes, results. Again, impact stakeholder interests and situational factors. Example, if bank officers are unhappy, service quality drops, customers complain, management has to change HR policies again. Everything is connected and keeps influencing each other. Advantages of Harvard model. Shows big picture. Society's business employee equals all connected. Good practical guide for managers to make fair HR decisions. Balances profits and employee welfare. Disadvantages of Harvard model. Lacks clear formula for how exactly HR actions lead to results. little complex for daily quick decisions. Quick, real-life bank example. Imagine SBI stakeholders, customers, staff, government, RBI, society. Situational factors. Digital banking trend, RBI rules. Policy choices, giving training on UPI, mobile banking. Outcomes, officers become skilled in tech. Long term, bank grows, employees happy, society benefits. So in banks too, Harvard model thinking is already applied daily. Quick summary table. Element meaning emoji interests, stakeholder interests, balance needs of all groups. Situational factors, outside influences, policy choices, HR decisions, HR outcomes, results of HR actions, long-term consequences, future results, feedback loop, everything linked. How it helps in bank PO, manager role, GDPI. In bank PO interview, if asked, how will you manage staff performance? You can smartly mention following Harvard model, balancing employees, management, and customer needs. In group discussions, if topic is about balancing profit and employee satisfaction, you can use Harvard model to sound mature and knowledgeable. As a bank manager later, you must think about employees' needs, laws, customer demands all together. Harvard model becomes your secret guide. Full short summary. Harvard model. HRM is influenced by stakeholders, situational factors, policies, outcomes, consequences, and feedback. Focuses on balancing everyone's interest, not just owner's profit. Very useful for real-life management, MBA exams, banking interviews, and future bank officer roles. You are studying by step. Topic name, guest model of HRM. Small meaning. Before starting. Model. A framework or idea made by experts to explain something easily. HRM. Human resource management, like managing employees in the best way to help the company grow. Guest model. A special idea by David Guest that tells how better HR practices can lead to better employee performance and in turn better company profits. Now let's start understanding the guest model. 1. Who developed the guest model? David Guest developed this model. His idea? If a company uses a proper and logical set of HR practices, like training, rewards, motivation, etc., it can achieve amazing employee performance and superb profits. 2. Main idea of guest model. If employees are hired well, trained well, rewarded well, and motivated properly, they work better, are more loyal, and help the company earn more. Simple logic. Good HRM practices, happy employees, better work, more profits. Ash of 3. 6 elements of guest model. Let's see the 6 parts of this model, as per table 1.1. Element, explanation, HRM strategy, plan to manage employees smartly, HRM practices, activities like hiring, training, rewards, etc. HRM outcomes, results like employee effort motivation. Behavior outcomes, employees working productively and happily. Performance outcomes, organization making profits, good services. Financial outcomes, increased returns and less costs. 4 HR strategies mentioned by Guest. Differentiation. Company focuses on being different and innovative, like Apple making unique iPhones. Focus. Company targets a particular group or market, like a bank focusing only on rural banking. Cost leadership. Company focuses on reducing costs and offering cheaper services, like budget airlines. Hash 5. Important outcomes expected. Guest said companies must achieve 3 things for success. Commitment. Employees emotionally attached and loyal to the company. Quality. Work and services must be of top level. Flexibility. Employees should be open to changes and innovation. Watch 6. Issues or problems in guest model. 1. Individual focused. Model focuses more on individual employees, less on teams. 2. Confusing concepts. Words like commitment are not clearly explained. 3. Hard to measure performance. Difficult to exactly show how HR practices lead to better performance. Easy example to understand guest model. Example. Imagine you join SBI Bank as a manager. Bank gives you training, appreciates your efforts, rewards you with bonuses, supports your career growth. You will naturally work hard, stay loyal, and help the bank give excellent service to customers. Banks' profits grow because employees like you are motivated. This is exactly what guest model says. How guest model helps in real life? In interviews like SBI PO, IBPS PO, you can easily explain how HR practices motivate employees and improve bank's performance. In group discussions, if a topic comes like how to improve employee performance, you can confidently say, by following guest model, focusing on training, rewards, and motivation. In internships jobs, as a manager, you can suggest how to implement good HR practices to make the bank team stronger and more productive. Point meaning, who made it? Main idea, good HRM practices. Great employee work, company success. Key HRM goals, commitment, quality, flexibility. Problems, focus too much on individuals, vague concepts, hard performance measure. Useful for interviews, jobs, group discussions, banking career growth. Your dream bank PO manager role tip. If you understand guest model, you can easily apply it when managing your team in future banks like SBI, ICI, HDFC, etc. Just like you asked, so you can master this concept perfectly. Topic name, Warwick Model of HRM. Small meaning before starting. Model, a designed idea or framework made to explain something properly. HRM, human resource management, managing people effectively in a company for achieving success. Warwick Model, a special framework created at University of Warwick that shows how environment inside and outside the company affects HR practices and performance. Now let's start understanding the Warwick Model. 1. Who created the Warwick Model? 2 researchers, Hendry and Pettigrew from the University of Warwick, UK, developed this model. They wanted to expand and make better the earlier Harvard framework by making it more analytical and structured. 2. Main idea of Warwick Model. It says HR practices like hiring, training, rewarding are not done in isolation. They are strongly affected by inside factors like company culture and outside factors like economy, politics, competition. In simple words, company's internal setup plus outside world situation equals decides how HRM works. Nash 3. What does Warwick Model study? It studies both. Content, what HR practices you are doing. Context, where you are doing, i.e. under what conditions. Also, it studies how changes happen over time and how HR must adjust accordingly. 4. Positive points, strengths of Warwick Model. It recognizes and categories important environmental influences like economy, politics, technology on HRM. Shows link between internal context, like leadership structure, and external context, like market competition. Important, organizations who balance both internal and external contexts well perform better and grow faster. Weakness, flaw of Warwick Model. This model doesn't clearly show how exactly internal HR practices lead to performance improvements. So, connecting HR actions directly to company profits is missing in this model. Easy structure of Warwick Model from Figure 1.3. Let's divide into 5 important elements. Element, simple meaning, outer context, outside factors like economy, technology, law, competition, business strategy content, company's goals, strategies, and tactics, inner context, inside company factors like leadership structure, HRM context, role and definition of HR in the company, HRM content, activities like employee hiring, rewards, work system. Nev 6, what's in outer context? Socioeconomic factors, society, money issues, technology changes, new inventions, political legal conditions, laws, government rules, competition, other companies fighting for market. 7, what's in business strategy content? Objectives, what company wants to achieve, product market, which market they are serving, strategies and tactics, plans to win in market. 8, what's in inner context? Culture, how people behave and work inside, structure, how departments are organized, politics leadership, how leaders behave and influence, task technology, how work and machines are connected. 9. What's in HRM context? Role of HR, what HR department is expected to do. Organization of HR, how HR department is structured. What's in HRM content? HR flows, movement of employees, hiring, promoting, retiring. Work systems, how work is organized for employees. Reward systems, how employees are rewarded. Employee relations, how well company and employees maintain relations. Interesting example to understand Warwick model. Example, suppose you join as assistant manager in a bank like SBI. The outer context affects you. RBI changes interest rates. Competition from private banks increases. The bank's business strategy is to focus more on digital banking. Inner context includes your bank's culture, structure, who reports to whom, technology upgrades. HRM role is to train employees, improve services, and reward good performance. If the bank matches its internal strengths with outside changes, it will succeed faster. If it ignores outside factors and internal issues, it may lose customers. How Warwick model helps you in real life. In bank PO interviews, SBI IBPS, if asked how outside factors affect HR, you can easily explain using Warwick model. In group discussions, if the topic is impact of economic changes on HRM, you can talk smartly about outer context and inner context like a pro. In internships jobs, when working in a bank or any company, you'll notice how HR has to change its ways based on market conditions. For bank manager role, you can advise your team to balance internal processes and outside world changes to perform better. Number summary. Point meaning, who made it? Hendry and Pettigrew at Warwick University. Main idea, HRM is affected by inside and outside environments. 5 key elements, outer context, business strategy content, inner context, HRM content. Good side, recognizes external influences smartly. Bad side, no clear link between HR practices and business profits. Useful for interviews, bank POGD, managerial job growth. Special tip for future bank manager, understanding the Warwick model helps you adjust HR strategies as per market and customer demands in the fast-changing financial sector. Would you also like me to create a quick revision chart? I'll make this concept super easy and interesting for you. Topic name, story model of HRM. Small meaning before starting. Model, a framework or idea created to explain something clearly. Story model, a special HRM framework created by John Story, showing the differences between traditional personnel management and new HRM ideas. Personnel management, old-style management focusing on contracts, rules, monitoring employees. HRM, human resource management, modern management focusing on building trust, commitment, flexibility, and leadership. Now, let's understand the story model in simple way. 1. Who created story model? John Story, a researcher, created this model after doing research interviews with company managers in the UK. He developed this model by organizing what different managers thought about HRM versus old personnel management. 2. What is ideal type in story model? Story used an idea called ideal type, which is like a perfect mental model. In reality, it may not exist exactly, but it helps to simplify complex things, like imagining the perfect bank manager, even though in real life everyone has some small flaws. 3. What is the main idea of story model? Story compared 2 styles, old personnel and industrial relations, IR, modern human resource management, HRM. He said, HRM is not just different by style, but it completely changes the mindset, moving towards building trust, flexibility, and strategic leadership. Story's model divides into 4 main parts. What it means. 1. Beliefs and assumptions. What the company believes about employees and work. 2. Strategic aspects. How HR is linked to company planning and decision-making. 3. Line management. What role line managers, team leaders, branch heads play. 4. Key levers. Major tools HR uses to manage people. Let's break each part. 1. Beliefs and assumptions. Personnel and IR, HRM, focused on strict contracts. Focused on going beyond contracts, building trust. Believed in many rules and regulations. Believed in flexibility and business needs. Management role monitoring employees. Management role nurturing employees. Easy example. In old banks, employees had to strictly follow only written rules. In modern banks, managers also motivate and encourage employees to perform better, not just control them. Personnel and IR, HRM. HR was separate from business planning. HR is a core part of corporate planning. Decisions were slow. Decisions are fast. Relations were conflict-based. Manager versus employee. Relations are team-based, working together. Easy example. Earlier, HR and bank goals were separate. Now HR helps in setting targets like open 1,000 new accounts this month, directly with business leaders. 3. Line management. Personnel and IR, HRM, only HR specialists handled employees. Line managers, branch managers, team leaders, handle HR tasks also. Line managers had small HR role. Line managers have big HR role, including hiring, training. Easy example. In a bank today, if you're a branch manager, you will be responsible for selecting new tellers, training staff, and managing team energy, not just giving orders. 4 key levers, tools HR uses. Personnel and IR, focused on pay, conditions, contracts. Focused on training, development, performance-related pay. Negotiation and collective bargaining with unions, building individual contracts, and direct communication. Easy example. Earlier, banks would give standard pay raises after negotiation with union leaders. Now, a bank officer's bonus may depend on how many loans he/she dispersed, linked to performance. Some special points by story. HRM wants high trust between managers and workers. HRM wants fast action instead of too many slow procedures. HRM makes managers leaders, not just controllers. HRM uses training, coaching, and cultural change to manage employees, not just salary negotiations. Short and interesting example to understand. Example. Imagine you are working as an assistant manager in SBI Bank. In old system, you would only follow written rules, and every small issue would need approval after long meetings. In new HRM system, story model, you can take faster decisions for your branch team, motivate your staff through incentives, and create a positive energy without waiting for long procedures. Result: faster growth, higher performance, happy employees. How story model helps you in real life. If they ask difference between old HR and modern HR, you can explain story model smartly. In group discussions, topic like modern HRM versus traditional HRM, you will speak confidently. In real jobs, as a future manager in bank, you should focus on motivating employees, speeding decisions, and building trust, exactly what story model teaches. Summary. Point. Creator, John Story, purpose. Compare old personnel IR and modern HRM. 4 parts: beliefs, strategy, line management, key levers. Main idea: move from control and rules towards trust, flexibility, leadership. Usefulness: great for exams, interviews, GDs, and future management jobs. Special tip for future bank officer: understanding story model will help you become a smart leader, not just a rule follower. Banks today want managers who motivate teams and bring results quickly. Quested topic. 1.1.7 Evolution of HRM. First, what is evolution of HRM? Meaning, evolution means how something has grown or developed over time. So evolution of HRM means how human resource management has changed step by step from olden days to now. SHAP phases of evolution of HRM. 1. Industrial Revolution. 1800s. What happened? Machines were invented and industries grew fast. Jobs got divided into small parts, and workers were asked to do only one small task again and again. Good thing. Work became faster. Specialization improved. Bad thing. Jobs became boring. Workers were treated like machines. Employers only cared about production, not about workers' feelings. Government, they did not care for workers. Example, imagine in a bank, you are asked only to count cash whole day. No decision making, no break, just count, count, count. You will feel like a machine, right? Knack 2, Scientific Management, early 1900s. What happened? F.W. Taylor introduced scientific management to make work more systematic and efficient. Key points. Divide work into small, simple steps. Match workers' skills to the right job. Give proper training. Motivate workers using money incentives. Example. Suppose in your bank branch, managers divide tasks clearly. One officer handles loans, one handles deposits, one looks after new accounts. Proper division equals faster and better service. 3. Trade unionism, early 1900s. What happened? Workers realized they were being exploited, so they formed trade unions, worker groups, to fight for rights. Key activities: protest against unfair treatment, demand better wages, working conditions, and benefits. Collective bargaining, negotiating as a group. Example, imagine all bank employees join together and demand better air-conditioned offices or more holidays. Union power. 4. Human relations movement. 1930s, 1940s. What happened? Elton Mayo, Harvard professor, conducted Hawthorne experiments and found not just salary and job design, but feelings, group behavior, and social needs also affect productivity. New practices. Supervisory training. Counseling workers. Focus on mental health and employee satisfaction. Also, trade unions became more powerful after Wagner Act, gave workers legal rights. Example, in a bank, if the manager listens to employee problems, counsels them during stress, arranges fun activities, then staff will work happier and better. 5. Human resource approach, 1960s onwards. What happened? Focus shifted to treating employees as valuable assets, not just workers. Key beliefs. Every worker is different. Motivation is personal. What motivates one may not motivate another. Job satisfaction equals involving employees in decisions. Focus areas. I, employees should help set their own goals. E, people can be creative if trusted. E, managers must explore full human potential. EV, create healthy, safe, and comfortable workplaces. V, encourage self-direction among employees. Example, in banking, a branch manager allows team members to suggest how to improve customer service, and they feel involved and excited to work. Productivity increases automatically. Quick summary. Phase, focus, industrial revolution. Machines, workers, neglected employees. Scientific management, systematic work and incentives, trade unionism, workers' rights movement, human relations. Importance of feelings and group behavior, HR approach, employees equals assets, encourage creativity. Key points to remember. Industrial revolution made jobs fast but boring. Taylor's scientific management introduced systematic work and incentives. Trade unions fought for workers' rights. Human relations showed emotions and social needs matter. Human resource approach treated employees as assets. How this helps you in real life. Bank PO manager role. In Bank PO interviews, if they ask you about HRM concepts, you can explain how today banks invest in employee satisfaction, training, and participation. That's pure human resource approach. In group discussions, if the topic is about employees versus employers, you can confidently bring points like trade unionism and human relations movement. In real work as bank manager, you will need to manage your team by motivating them properly, human relations. You will have to delegate tasks smartly, scientific management. You will create a healthy branch environment, HR approach. HRM evolution teaches us that people are not machines. They need respect, growth, and a good environment to perform well. And as a future bank officer or manager, knowing how to handle your team wisely will be a big plus. Topic: Qualities of a good human resource manager, HRM. First, what does qualities mean? Qualities. Good abilities are skills that a person should have to do a job nicely. Here, it means what special skills a human resource manager, HR manager, should have to handle people properly in a company. Important for you. In Bank PO, when you become a manager, you have to manage people. So, knowing these qualities will help you crack interviews, group discussions, and do real job tasks smartly. 1. Managerial qualities. Managerial qualities equal skills needed to think and act smartly as a leader. Let's explain the 5 managerial qualities. 1.1. Intelligence. Meaning, ability to understand situations quickly and solve problems smartly. Simple example, like a bank manager, understanding quickly if a customer is angry and solving it without making it worse. Why important? A good HR manager needs to be smart and quick thinker. 1.2 Conceptual qualities. Meaning, ability to see the full picture of a situation and understand how different parts are connected. Simple example, like when you check all bank departments, loans, savings, investments, and understand how they all affect customer service. Why important? Helps HR managers to make better big decisions. Task chart 1.3 Analytical qualities. Meaning, ability to find out the real important problem among many small issues. Simple example, like a bank manager checking why a branch's business is low. Is it because of poor service or wrong location? Why important? Helps to fix the right problem faster. 1.4 Motivational qualities. Meaning, ability to encourage and energize others to do better. Simple example, like when a branch manager gives appreciation to employees for achieving targets and inspires others to work harder. Why important? Motivated employees, high performance. 1.5 Emotional stability. Meaning, stay calm and fair even in tough or stressful times. Simple example, a bank employee makes a mistake and customer is angry. A good manager will stay calm, solve the issue, and not shout. Why important? Helps in handling people peacefully and building trust. 2. Job-related qualities. Job-related qualities, skills needed to work with people nicely and technically. Now, the 4 job-related empathy. Meaning, understand how others feel by putting yourself in their place. Simple example, like if a bank customer lost money, a good manager will first listen patiently before replying. Why important? Builds trust and loyalty with employees and customers. SHAC 2.2 Communicative and persuasive qualities. Meaning, speak clearly and convince people positively without forcing. Simple example, like when a bank manager explains benefits of digital banking and makes old customers accept it happily. Why important? Good communication, smooth teamwork, and better decisions. TASH 2.3 Human Relations Quality. Meaning, knowing how to behave with different types of people smartly. Simple example, like being friendly with customers, strict with wrong employees, but fair with everyone. Why important? HR managers work with all kinds of people. They must balance behavior according to person and situation. 2.4 Technical skills. Meaning, good knowledge about human resource topics, like recruitment, training, etc., and general work. Simple example, like a bank HR knowing exactly how to recruit new officers smoothly. Why important? Without technical knowledge, a manager cannot guide or train others properly. Important points to remember. HR manager must be smart, analytical, calm, and motivational. HR manager must understand others, talk nicely, behave properly, and know his work well. In bank PO interviews or GDs, you can give examples like how a manager motivates branch staff or handles customer complaints. Short example for bank PO interview. Question: what qualities do you think a good manager must have? Your answer: as a future manager, I believe intelligence, emotional stability, good communication, and technical skills are very important. A manager must solve problems calmly, motivate employees, and handle customers respectfully. Final summary. A good HR manager must have both brain skills, like intelligence, analysis, and heart skills, like empathy, relations. These qualities will help you in bank PO career when managing branch staff, handling customers, and leading teams. HR qualities are important for any manager role because it's all about managing people smartly and helping organization grow. How it will help in real life. In SBI POs like IBPS PO interview, you can use these qualities examples when answering leadership or management questions. In group discussions, GD, you can show understanding of HR qualities when discussing people management topics. In bank manager role, you need to motivate staff, solve conflicts, talk smartly with customers, and train juniors. Exactly what HR teaches. Would you like me to continue like this for next topic too? If yes, send me your next concept text. Subtopic 11.9. First, small meaning of heading. HRM, Human Resource Management, in India means how companies in India hire, train, motivate, and retain employees. Every company needs good people to succeed. And HRM practices help make sure the right people are hired and kept happy. Now, full simple explanation with emojis. 1. Recruitment, training, and development. Meaning, recruitment means hiring people, training means teaching them new skills, and development means making them better at their job. Important points. Indian companies, especially MNCs, multinational companies like Honda, GE, Hyundai, set up training centers in India. Training is formal and linked to employee performance. Training covers 2 types of skills: soft skills, communication, leadership, teamwork; hard skills, technical, operations, quality control. Max New York Life Insurance trains its Indian employees with the same system used globally. Honda trains workers in leadership and technical work side by side. Quick tip for banking career. If you join as a bank PO, banks will also give you formal training in banking operations, customer service, loan management, etc. Induction. Meaning, induction means introducing an employee to the company, helping them feel comfortable and confident. Important points. It's about teaching culture, values, and how things work inside the company. Special induction is given to management trainees. Example, Hindustan Unilever sends new managers to rural areas to understand real ground-level challenges. Tata Hotels makes new managers wash dishes, work at the front desk, etc., to understand every small job. Quick tip for banking career. When you join a bank, induction will teach you everything from opening accounts to handling customer complaints. 3. Retention strategy. Meaning, retention means keeping good employees with the company for a long time. Important points. Problematic employees are not immediately punished, but are counseled, motivated, and given chances to improve. Friendly communication in canteens or gyms helps in behavior change. Example, Taj Group carefully talks to employees who misbehave, supports them, and rarely fires them. Quick tip for banking career. Banks also try to retain hardworking employees by giving promotions, bonuses, and training. NAD 4. Human Resource Development, HRD. Meaning, HRD means growing employee skills and knowledge through training. Important points. Top leaders, CEO, directly involve in employee training. Learning is taken seriously because seniors also participate. Example, at Sale, the CEO himself trained 500 senior managers on how to turn around the company. Quick tip for banking career. In banks, continuous learning is important for promotions from PO to manager to deputy manager and beyond. Leadership. Meaning. Leadership means guiding people in the right direction with courage and fairness. Important points. Real leadership is shown by actions, not only by words. Example, Mr. Mansukani at Bharat Heavy Plate faced angry employees but still worked calmly to create new wage policies. Mohan Ram at TVS Suzuki clocked attendance and did security checks like regular employees, showing humility. Quick tip for banking career. Good leaders in banks show by example, helping teams reach branch targets. 6. Subordinate development, meaning helping juniors grow into bigger roles by giving them training, responsibility, and trust. Important points. Managers must develop subordinates. Promotions depend on how well you train your juniors. Example, Richardson at an Indian engineering firm said, "Every manager must train 2 juniors to become managers." Quick tip for banking career. In banking, helping your juniors learn loan processing, customer handling, or sales will show your leadership skills and help you rise faster. Quick summary with emojis. Point, topic, key idea. 1. Recruitment, training, development. MNCs train employees on global standards. 2. Induction, helping new employees adjust smoothly. 3. Retention strategy, counseling problematic employees kindly. 4. HRD, training by top leaders makes learning strong. 5. Leadership, actions speak louder than words in leadership. 6. Subordinate development, helping juniors grow and succeed. Hack how this topic helps you in real life and bank PO career. In your bank PO job, you will face training, induction, and subordinate handling. So understanding HRM practices now will help you adapt faster and lead better. In group discussions, GD, or interviews, you can quote examples like Hindustan Unilever's rural induction or sales CEO-led training to show your practical knowledge. When you become a manager later, you must retain, train, and develop your team to meet targets and grow branches. Would you like me to now move to your 1.110 HRM in global context? First, what global context means? Global context means thinking and working beyond just one country, considering the whole world when making decisions. Example, a company in India now sells products in the USA, UK, Japan, so it must understand people and markets globally. Detailed explanation of the topic with emojis. 1. Globalization changed everything. Due to globalization, companies are no longer limited to just their own country. They now operate in many countries and hire employees from different cultures. Example, Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, is an Indian company, but it has offices in the USA, UK, Australia, etc. They hire people from all over. Het 2. Rise of global HRM. Because companies are now global, they need a new way to manage people, called Global Human Resource Management, Global HRM. HR managers now need to handle diverse cultures, languages, working styles, laws of different countries. Example, an HR manager in Infosys must know not only Indian labor laws, but also USA and Europe labor rules when handling employees. 3. HR managers' role at corporate level. In multinational companies, HR managers at headquarters have a special role. Their role is usually informal, not always officially documented. It depends heavily on the HR manager's skills and personal attitude. Main work, helping with staffing, hiring right people globally. Other areas like salary, promotions, and performance reviews are usually handled by general management, not only HR. Hash 4. HR manager's role at SBU, small business units, level. At the SBU level, individual branches or departments, HR's role is more official. Here, HR helps directly to implement the company's strategy. They support how the hiring, training, and managing will happen at local units. Example, in SBI bank branches across different states, local HR managers will handle staff planning as per the central SBI plan. 5. Senior management support is must. A strong HR system can work only if top management fully supports it. Otherwise, global HR policies fail. Example, if the CEO of a company does not care about HR policies, no matter how good HR is, employees will face problems. 6. Global perspective is needed. Both the HR manager and HR department must think globally. They must understand international operations, different countries, and their importance. Example, If HDFC Bank starts branches in Dubai and London, their HR team must know Dubai and London's culture and rules too. 7. How to develop global HR managers. Ways to help HR managers become globally skilled. Transfer HR managers from India HQ to foreign branches. Example, send to New York office. Move foreign HR staff to India HQ so they learn about the main company. Example, Wipro sends Indian HR people to work in the USA branch for 1 year to learn American HR style. 8. What if company is small? Small companies may not have money to transfer staff. They can still arrange annual visits to major foreign branches, online meetings with international HR teams. Example, a small software company may organize yearly trips for HR managers to visit the Dubai office. 9. What big companies do? Big multinational companies arrange frequent meetings between corporate HR and subsidiary HR teams to create unity, same policies, and common goals everywhere. Example, Apple conducts regular HR summits involving teams from USA, India, China, Europe. Hash. Important points to remember. Globalization made companies international. HRM must handle diversity, culture, laws, languages. At HQ level, HR's role is informal and skill-based. At SBU level, HR has an official, active role. Senior management must support HR fully. Transfer HR staff globally to gain experience. Small firms can visit foreign branches instead of transfer. Big firms arrange meetings between all HRs globally. Summary. Globalization changed HR practices forever. HR managers must adapt, learn about different countries, and support international teams. Strong HR policies are important for success globally. Management support is necessary to make global HRM successful. Real-life link for your career, Bank PO MBA jobs. In Bank PO interviews, or SBI GDs, they may ask, how does globalization impact HR policies? How should a bank manage employees across countries? You can now explain it confidently with examples. In bank jobs, like manager, assistant manager, you will handle teams in different regions. Knowing global HRM will help you manage diversity, understand cross-cultural teams, and become a better leader. Example, SBI has foreign branches like in Dubai, Singapore, and so managers must know international HR issues too. Even if you work in non-banking sectors, knowledge of global HRM is a powerful skill for any MNCs like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, ICICI, HDFC, etc. Would you like me to continue immediately when you send the next topic? Hashtag 1.1-11 Challenges and Issues in HRM. First, what does challenges and issues mean? Challenges mean problems or difficulties HR managers face when managing people. Issues are important matters or concerns that need solutions. In simple words, this topic tells us what problems HR faces and what they must handle carefully. Detailed explanation of the topic with emojis. 1. Globalization. Due to globalization, companies operate in many countries. They must manage different cultures, laws, and business styles. HRM needs to change hiring, training, and salary systems depending on the country. Example, an HR manager in SBI working for the UK branch must know UK labor laws, not just Indian rules. Technological advancements. New technologies are reducing low-skilled jobs and increasing high-skilled jobs. Now the focus is on knowledge work, using brain skills, instead of simple work. HR must retrain employees to match new technology needs. Example, banks are moving to online banking apps. Employees must learn digital skills to stay useful. 3. Market challenges. Customers want faster, cheaper, and better services. Companies must improve quality and rebuild work processes. HR needs to change training, pay systems, and job roles to meet new market needs. Example, if HDFC Bank wants to beat ICICI Bank, they must train staff to offer quicker services. 4. Shortage of skill. It's very hard for companies to find and keep talented employees. Companies even try to steal the best workers from competitors. HR must give good salaries, bonuses, and smart hiring methods to win the talent war. Example: Axis Bank may offer better salary packages to attract good employees from ICICI Bank. 5. Knowledge management. Knowledge, brain power, ideas is now the biggest asset for companies. HR must build systems to share, use, and protect knowledge. Example: Banks store all customer data securely and train employees on how to use it properly. 6. Changing power structures. Old style: few top bosses held all power. New style: power is shared with employees. Modern companies let employees make decisions directly, especially where knowledge is key. Example: in SBI, branch managers are allowed to approve small loans themselves instead of waiting for HQ permission. 7. Training challenges. Companies must design training programs carefully. Main question: should HQ make same training for everyone, or should it be customized as per local needs? Example: training for bank officers in Delhi and Chennai might need small differences based on local customer behavior. 8. Dynamic organizational culture. Building a positive and active work culture is very tough. HR must focus on employee skills and keep them motivated. Sometimes, new HR methods cause confusion too. Example: banks using new performance appraisal methods must make sure employees feel motivated, not scared. 9. Changing workforce demographics. Today's workers are more diverse: age, gender, background. HR must balance different expectations and create win-win situations. Example: in banks, young staff want fast promotions while older employees want security. HR must handle both needs. Changed employee expectations. Earlier, job security, salary, housing was enough. Now, employees want respect, freedom, good work culture. HR must manage privacy, ethics, anti-harassment policies properly. Example: bank employees now expect friendly work culture and protection against workplace bullying. Important points to remember. Globalization brings cultural, legal challenges. Technology shifts jobs towards skilled work. Market competition pushes HR to improve speed and quality. Talent shortage means HR must offer good pay and perks. Knowledge is a key asset today. Power is decentralized. Employees get more decision power. Training must match learning needs. Organizational culture must be positive. Workforce is more diverse now. Employees expect more respect and empowerment now. Summary: HRM today faces many challenges because of globalization, technology, and changing people needs. HR managers must be dynamic, smart, and adaptive to win in today's market. Good HR practices are necessary to attract, retain, and develop the best people. Real-life link for your career: Bank PO, MBA jobs. In Bank PO interviews and GD rounds, they might ask questions like, what are the new challenges in HRM today? How can banks attract and retain young employees? In your future banking career, like SBI PO, Assistant Manager, you will need to manage young and diverse teams, adjust to new banking technologies, create a positive culture in your branch, understand customer expectations and market changes quickly. Knowing these HRM challenges will make you smarter, more confident in interviews, and a better leader in banking jobs. Whenever you are ready, send the next topic. I am 12. Importance of Human Resource Management HRM. First, what does importance mean? Importance simply means why something is needed and how it helps. Here it means why HRM is necessary at different levels, like inside a company, for professionals, for society, and for the nation. Without good HRM, everything would be messy. Hashtag detailed explanation with emojis. 1. Importance at the corporate level. Corporate level means inside the company or enterprise where business is happening. Why HRM is important here? I. Hiring skilled employees. HRM hires talented people who can help the company grow fast. It also keeps them for a long time using proper planning, good recruitment, and fair promotions. Example: in SBI, HR recruits smart probationary officers and promotes them fairly to higher posts like assistant manager. I. Skill development and attitude change. HRM trains employees to improve skills and correct bad attitudes using training and performance appraisals. Example: a newly hired bank officer learns customer handling through training sessions. Best use of people. HRM ensures that existing employees are used properly for the right jobs. Example: a person good at numbers is given work in the loans department rather than marketing. IV. Building loyal employees. HRM builds a future team of loyal and devoted workers. Example: long-term employees at HDFC Bank are highly loyal because of good HR practices. V. Employee cooperation. HRM gets voluntary support from employees through motivation, grievance redressal, and participation. Example: if employees at a bank have any complaint, HR listens and solves it quickly, gaining trust. Number 2. Importance at the professional level. Professional level means how HRM helps an individual employee to grow in their career. How HRM helps professionals. I. Building team spirit. HRM creates a happy work environment where employees feel united and supported. Example: bank staff enjoy working in a friendly branch with celebrations for small successes. E. Career development. HRM creates opportunities for employees to grow their skills and move up in their careers. Example: providing a bank PO with leadership training to later become a branch manager. Good relations among employees. HRM ensures healthy relationships and gives work properly to teams and individuals. Example: proper division of work among loan department and savings department employees. Number 3. Importance at the social level. Social level means how HRM helps society and community. Role of HRM in society. I. Dignified life through employment. HRM helps people live a respectful and satisfied life by giving proper jobs. Example: providing employment to a rural youth as a clerk in a bank gives social security. Balancing job opportunities and candidates. HRM maintains a balance between job openings and job seekers based on skills and needs. Example: banks hire as per exact number of vacancies and required qualifications. Conserving physical and mental health. HRM cares for employees' health to keep them productive. Example: regular health checkups organized for bank employees. Number 4. Importance at the national level. National level means helping the entire country to grow and prosper. How HRM helps the nation. I. Efficient use of resources. Skilled human resources make the best use of the country's physical and economic resources. Example: well-trained bank employees help manage huge deposits and loans safely for the economy. Nation's development depends on manpower. A country with skilled and hardworking people grows fast. If people are unskilled, the country remains poor. Example: countries like Japan became powerful because of their skilled human resource. Improving economic growth. HRM creates better skilled employees who boost economic activities, resulting in higher living standards and more employment. Example: banking growth increases job creation and improves the economy. Important points to remember. HRM hires, trains, and keeps the best talent for companies. HRM supports professional growth by creating friendly work culture. HRM helps society by providing jobs and dignity to people. HRM boosts national growth by developing human skills. Summary: HRM is important at corporate, professional, social, and at national levels. Without HRM, companies would not grow properly, employees would not develop, and even the country's economy would suffer. HRM equals strong companies, happy employees, healthy society, growing nation. Real-life link for your career, Bank PO, MBA jobs. In Bank PO interviews and GD rounds, questions like, Why is human resource management important for banks? How does HRM impact the economy? Can be asked. As a bank officer or manager, you must hire and train good staff, create a positive work environment in your branch, handle employee grievances properly, motivate your team to perform better. Good HRM knowledge will make you a better leader, a team builder, and an asset for the bank. I am ready for your next build your full understanding. Now let's start properly, step by step, just how you want. Simple words plus emojis, examples, short, easy to remember. Topic heading 1.113 Difference between HRM and personnel management. Before we start, what does difference mean? It simply means how two things, here HRM and personnel management, are not same and how they work differently inside a company. Explanation of HRM versus personnel management. Personnel management. It is about handling people in companies, mainly through rules, payroll, basic needs, and policies. Focuses on daily tasks like salaries, leaves, legal compliance, etc. Human resource management. It is a bigger concept that includes personnel management, plus developing employees, training, motivating, planning for the company's future growth. It treats employees as important assets. Simple example, personnel management is like a bank clerk, taking care of cash entries and customer forms. HRM is like a bank manager, planning how to make the whole branch team stronger, training them for better customer service, and motivating them. Now let's learn the differences one by one. 1. Scope. HRM, broader, covers planning, development, training, recruitment, everything. Personnel management, narrow, only limited to employee basic needs like salary, leave. 2. Respect for employees. HRM sees employees as valuable assets. Personnel management sees employees mainly as workers. 3. Nature of duties. Strategic, future-focused planning for company success. Personnel management, routine, salary, law compliance. 4. Organization function, main part of company operations. Personnel management, separate department. Responsibility. All managers take care of employees. Only personnel department handles people. 6. Key motivators. Improve performance first, which leads to satisfaction. Focus first on satisfying employees through bonuses, rewards. 7. Management role. Transformational. Focus on growth and goals. Transactional. Focus on daily routine. Rules. Flexible rules, creative working. Personnel management, strict rules and policies. 9. Guide to management action. Takes decisions based on business needs. Personnel management. Takes decisions based on company rules. Job design. Focus on teamwork and cooperation. Personnel management. Focus on sought division of labor. Everyone does only their task. 1. Training and development. HRM. Training is frequent and easily available. Personnel management. Limited access to training. Speed of decision. Takes fast decisions. Personnel management. Slow decision making. 1.3. Evolution.